Hey everybody, welcome. Andrew Ames at Golf Academy. As always, thanks for tuning in and watching the video, and a very happy new year to you. Wherever you are in the world, let's hope it's a good one for you. So, we're into January. What's the date today? It's Tuesday, January the 8th, and it's what I call silly season. Silly season in that we have all the new product launch coming up. The reason that companies tend to launch product this time of year is it coincides with the Orlando trade show in America, which happens at the end of this month, and that's the big launch for Taylormade, for Ping, for Callaway and many others. Those are the big three at the moment really in the driver game when you think about it. Callaway, Taylormade and Ping. I know there are lots of others out there. We've got PXG, we've got Shrixon, we've got Honda, we've got Wilson, but those are the big boys which are really, and Titleist, I should mention them as well, big four. But anyway, I wanted to talk about, first of all, Taylormade. Taylormade have just launched their M5 and M6 driver. M5 replacing M3, M6 replacing M4. Now, M5 and the M6. The M5 is this fantastic new design. We've got these weight, we thought they were screws on the front, two red screws, but they're actually weight ports. And the basic story of the M5 driver is they've made these driver faces, the COR, the coefficient of restitution, the trampoline effect that we get, they've actually made them to start with so they're actually higher than they should be, so illegal if you like. Then what they do is they inject, it's either a resin or a foam, to bring the driver, the COR, right back to the 0.83 limit. So every driver is made bang on the limit. Apparently in the past, some drivers were 10–20% short of the legal limit, so there was a little bit of variance. So I kind of get that, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's a good idea. They've stuck with a twist face technology. Not entirely sure that made much difference, but hey, that's by and the by. Carbon crown, titanium, all the bells and whistles on it, lots of adjustability in the M5. This is where I start to have a bit of a problem. Price in the UK for that M5 driver is £499. Now I think that's a huge amount of money to pay for one golf club, crazy amount of money. If I was a golfer, average amateur golfer, would I pay £500 for a driver? Do you know what? I don't think I would. I really wouldn't. M6 driver, that's the same technology without all the adjustability. It's replaced the M4, I believe that's going to be £449. Now, a bit like you, I watch all the reviews. I watch Mark Crossfield, I watch Rick Shields, I watch lots of other guys, and I've watched most of the reviews on the new M5 and M6. Bottom line is, people aren't really seeing much of a difference. They're not seeing this increase in ball speed, they're not seeing this increase in distance. Marginally they might get it, but certainly not £500 worth. And it comes back to the whole debate, how much more can golf club manufacturers improve golf clubs? Have they hit the limit? Quite possibly. Who knows? So that's the Taylormade. Callaway are launching the Epic Flash. Kind of burnt my bridges a little bit with Callaway last year or the year before. I was starting to build a little bit of relationship with them, not much because I don't stock the product, and again I'm not having a go at them, and they were sending me a little bit of product to test, but then I did a review, probably foolishly or honestly, I don't know which. I did the Ben Ross driver against, I think it was the Epic or the Rogue, I can't remember which one I compared it to, but the £149 driver against the £429, whatever it was. Basically the Ben Ross was working just as well. I could have done that test against any driver really, I wasn't just picking on Callaway. And since then they haven't spoke to me, which is fair enough because I'm hardly promoting their product, I'm just giving you honest reviews on it. And I think this all boils down to that all these drivers are much of a muchness now. They're all using the same sort of technology. How much better can one be than the other? Let's come to Ping. People are going to say you're biased to Ping because that's your main brand. Yeah, it is my main brand, and I sell a lot of product for Ping. There's a new replacement to the G400 coming. It's no secret. I can't show you pictures, or I have hit the product. I've seen it. It's called the G410. That's out there on the internet. It's going to be launched very soon. I'll get it in store early Feb. How much better will that be than the G400? That remains to be seen. I'm going to be testing it heavily when it comes in, and if that 410 is no better than the G400, I'll be telling you, and I'll be certainly recommending to my customers that if they've got G400, then don't change for the G410 just because it's the new model. Who knows? It may be longer, could be more. I don't know. I doubt it. It's not my gut feeling. I just hope it's as good as G400. So there we go. Here's my question. Am I being cynical about golf club technology, or am I just being honest about it? Are we having an honest conversation, or is this a guy who's been in the golf business for maybe too long, who's starting to get a little bit cynical? I don't think I'm being cynical. I think manufacturers, they're in the business of selling golf clubs. Of course they are. Taylormade aren't going to write a tagline saying the new M5 driver, probably no better than the M3, looks a bit better, but probably performs the same. They're not going to put that, are they? They've got to put it's longer, it's faster, it's straighter, it's more forgiving, it launches higher with lower spin, because they're selling golf clubs. I get that. I'm not stupid enough to realise that. But I just think some golf consumers now, they pay so much attention to YouTube, and they take everything that some YouTubers say as the gospel truth. And I don't think some YouTubers are being particularly honest with their viewers sometimes. You know, they're either being paid to do a review, some people, or have a relationship with a company where they have to say the product is better in some way. They're influencers, they influence the market. I would say to you people who are thinking about trying M5, M6, the new Ping driver, the new Titleist driver, the new Epic driver, go and try it yourself. Go and get fitted for you, not for Mr. Joe Blogs YouTuber. He's irrelevant, really. He's just giving an opinion so he can make some money. That's what YouTube boils down to a lot of the time, is money and views. You go and try it. You go and get fitted. You go and see if the new M5 driver hits it 20 yards past your old M1, or if the new Ping G410 hits it 20 yards past your G10 driver that you've been using for the last 15 years. That's what's important, and I think that's what we're losing sight of. Anyway, rant over. Please post your comments down below. Don't be afraid to post your opinion. I'm not going to cry if you say bad things. I can take that. I just want to have an honest conversation about where the golf industry is going, how clubs are being marketed, and how we are being influenced by people like me on YouTube, have changed the way we think about buying golf clubs. Thanks for watching. Post your comments, give the video a thumbs up if you like the video, if it offends you. If I've been too honest, or if you think I'm being cynical, give it a thumbs down. That's fine. I like to have these conversations. Let's get it out in the open. That's it. See you soon.